Hi guys, this is Josh Peterson with Peterson Electric. We're here in Wheat Ridge, Colorado for a customer of ours. Basically, we were called out to try to look at a spa, and it had been wired in the past, and we were trying to see if that old code from 20 years ago and the wire and everything was correct in order to meet the new requirements of their spa. And one thing I want to point out here is the way this power comes in. It basically comes in underground to what we call a long body plastic polyvinyl conduit, and it comes in the tub. Basically how it comes in right here is in a UF cable, which is an 8-3, and that's actually a really good cable, and that's actually approved for underground. It says it resists water and as well as sunlight, so that's why it's still in great shape 20 years later. The concern is that more or less the last guy who decided to hook up the spa didn't measure the wire long enough, so he thought that this would be okay to just tape up a bunch of wire nuts, extend the wires freelance into the control box. The problem is this control box is metal and it has a couple ground points, and all of that was actually eliminated when the motor was changed. So we didn't have a bonding for the motor or for this metal box, plus the wires were rubbing in the connection point of coming in here. And if that ground faulted without any kind of ground fault protection, the person would probably end up being bonded in that water and could kill them and electrocute them. The other issue is that this spa does not have a disconnect within sight, so our breaker panel is in the garage behind a barrier of a wall and a door, so there's no way to service this safely. The code states, I think it's in Article 680.40 something, it talks about how the disconnect has to be within sight but no closer than 5 foot. We also had a couple other code requirements that if there's any metal surrounding, not a wheelbarrow, but any permanent structure metal, we would have to bond it. So this is a prime example. This is within 10 foot, and it's a metal used for a clothes hanger to dry clothes, and this would be towards the inside edge of the pool. And this would then therefore have to be bonded or removed. It also talks about how lights around a hot tub, you can't have anything closer than, I think it's 5 foot or 12 foot above. And so you have to be aware of how the lights are hanging, if there's festoon lighting or just any other kind of structure of light that's hanging there permanently, so nobody can just reach up and grab a bulb and change it when they're in the tub. So again, that's kind of a quick overview of hot tubs that we wanted to try to show you. We thought it was a great example of how to replace and put in a new tub. And after we're all wrapped up, I'll do another video to show you what it looks like with a brand new tub and the new installation permanent as we mount our disconnect, our GFCI protection, also our conduit as we run it so it's not a trip hazard, and that way it's all permanently structured. But keep this in mind when you have a tub delivered, the most important thing is which way the seat direction faces that you want to look for your view. And once that seat's there, think about how the hot tub cover pops up for privacy. And then at that point, the electrician knows where the connection points are to run his conduit. Because if you're assuming it's here and then the connection is actually back here, we have to totally rewire it. So it's better to place your tub, let us come in and wire it, and then we fill and test it. Anyways, thanks guys. Hope you have a good day, and thanks for joining us this week.